Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurological condition that predominantly affects older adults, though sometimes it can surface much earlier in life. It stands as the most common cause of dementia globally and presents a major public health challenge as populations continue to age worldwide. Crucially, this is far more than just the mild forgetfulness we might accept with passing years. It involves a pathological, continuous breakdown within the brain itself. This deterioration profoundly impacts memory, thinking skills, language use, overall behavior, and the essential ability to live independently. To truly grasp the scale of this illness, we first need a quick look at how a perfectly healthy brain operates. Our incredible human brain is composed of roughly 86 billion specialized cells called neurons, which are responsible for processing and sending information. These vital cells communicate constantly using electrical and chemical signals across specialized junctures known as synapses. Every single thought we have, every memory we form, and every movement we make relies entirely on the correct passing of these signals. When we learn something new or have a significant experience, the connections between certain neurons actually get stronger, helping store that information. This amazing process, which we call brain plasticity, is fundamental for all our learning and our ability to adapt to new situations. In Alzheimer's disease, however, this delicate communication system begins to break down due to abnormal biological changes happening inside the brain. Two specific proteins, known as beta-amyloid and tau protein, play the starring role in initiating this pathological cascade. Normally, these proteins are very helpful, serving important roles in keeping the neurons healthy and properly supported. But in Alzheimer's, beta-amyloid starts building up abnormally outside the neurons, forming sticky obstructions we call amyloid plaques. These plaques physically disrupt the synaptic communication, essentially blocking the neurons from sending their necessary signals effectively. Simultaneously, the tau protein, which normally maintains the neuron's internal scaffolding, becomes misshapen and bundles up into neurofibrillary tangles. These internal tangles severely damage the neuron's interior, causing the cell to weaken and ultimately leading to its premature death. As these destructive abnormalities propagate throughout the brain, there is a progressive loss of both neurons and those crucial synaptic links. This relentless damage results in brain atrophy, which is simply the medical term for a noticeable reduction in the overall size of the brain. The damage characteristically starts in the hippocampus, which is the brain's main memory-forming center, explaining the early memory issues. As time goes on, the disease inevitably spreads to other areas handling complex functions like language, decision-making, and emotional control. The journey with Alzheimer's is typically broken down into several distinct stages, each presenting its own unique set of challenges. In the preclinical stage, which can span years or even decades, the biological changes are happening silently without any noticeable outward symptoms. During this silent phase, the problematic amyloid and tau proteins are accumulating, yet the person is still functioning perfectly well in their daily routine. When we enter the mild or early stage, the very first noticeable symptoms begin to quietly emerge for the first time. The individual might start forgetting recent details like appointments, specific names, or parts of recent conversations. They may also experience trouble organizing complex tasks, making simple decisions, or struggling to locate the precise word needed while speaking. It is very common for these early signs to be misattributed to normal aging, stress, or simple distraction, which unfortunately can postpone a necessary diagnosis. Moving into the moderate stage, the general cognitive decline becomes much more obvious to everyone around them. The person might struggle significantly to recognize even close family members or friends, or become disoriented, even in places they know well. They might repeat the exact same questions over and over again, and soon require assistance with fundamental activities like dressing or handling their finances. This stage often brings noticeable shifts in personality and behavior, such as increased irritability, anxiety, paranoia, or agitation. The impact on everyday life becomes very significant at this point, meaning the intensity and frequency of needed care rises substantially. Finally, in the advanced or severe stage, the damage across the brain has become truly extensive and widespread. The individual loses much of their ability to communicate using language, comprehend their immediate environment, or maintain independent movement. Difficulty with basic survival functions like swallowing or controlling bodily functions can become present, requiring total, round-the-clock professional or family supervision. It is important to remember that Alzheimer's doesn't just impact the patient, it profoundly affects everyone in their immediate circle. Family members and dedicated caregivers are forced to navigate immense emotional, physical, and financial strain. The exhausting nature of care requires constant vigilance, incredible patience, and constant adaptation to the patient's evolving needs. Consequently, caregivers frequently experience high levels of stress, anxiety, sadness, and a sense of being socially cut off. That is why securing psychological support, strong community networks, and readily available resources is absolutely essential to ease this heavy load. From a purely medical standpoint, diagnosis relies on careful clinical evaluation, standardized neuropsychological testing, and reviewing a person's medical history. In certain situations, advanced imaging technologies like MRI or PET scans are used to visualize the actual brain structure and activity. Furthermore, researchers are actively developing innovative biomarkers that could detect Alzheimer's-related changes through simple blood tests or spinal fluid analysis much earlier. Currently, a definitive cure for Alzheimer's disease remains elusive, which is a hard truth we must face. However, there are medications available that can help manage some of the symptoms, and, in some cases, slightly slow the disease's progression, especially early on. These pharmaceutical aids primarily function by helping to regulate the key neurotransmitters involved in crucial memory and learning processes. Beyond medication, non-pharmacological therapies like cognitive stimulation, music, or occupational support play a huge role in improving the patient's overall quality of life. Scientific exploration into Alzheimer's continues to accelerate at a remarkable pace across the globe. Scientists are intensely investigating novel treatment methods, including immunotherapies, designed to actively clear out that troublesome beta-amyloid buildup. They are also focusing on direct treatments, aimed at stabilizing or repairing the damaged tau protein structures within the nerve cells. Researchers are also deeply examining the impact of both our genetic makeup and our surrounding environment on the disease's overall initiation. While rare hereditary forms linked to specific gene mutations do exist for early onset Alzheimer's, most cases arise sporadically from many different factors. Regarding prevention, although we cannot guarantee complete immunity, several studies suggest certain lifestyle habits can substantially lower the risk or push back the onset date. Adopting a healthy eating pattern, like the Mediterranean diet rich in produce, healthy fats, and fish, is highly beneficial for brain vitality. Consistent physical exercise, ensuring adequate sleep, moderating alcohol intake, and abstaining from smoking all significantly contribute to long-term brain health. Maintaining mental sharpness by engaging in continuous reading, mastering new skills, and actively participating in social events helps build cognitive reserve. In final summary, Alzheimer's is an incredibly complex disorder that dramatically changes the brain and reshapes the lives of millions globally. Understanding its root causes, mechanisms, symptoms, and ripple effects is absolutely vital for building social awareness and providing robust support. Ultimately, it is only through acquiring deeper knowledge, practicing genuine empathy, and relentless scientific advancement that we can meet this monumental challenge with greater optimism and true humanity.